Good morning, class. You will not believe who came to my dinner last night. I was sitting at the table with my family, just eating dinner as normal, and all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. And I went and ran to the front door and I opened the door, and there, standing in front of me, was Beyonce and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I was so shocked. My heart was pounding so fast. I quickly slammed the door. And then I realized I just slammed the door on my two favorite people. Why did I do that? So I opened it again and I peeked and saw them still standing there. It wasn't just my imagination. So they walked in and I was like, come on and welcome to our dinner table. And they had fun with us and we were laughing and talking. And we had the best dinner ever. Now I wish it actually happened, but it didn't. It's always just been in my imagination to have a dinner party with my favorite people. I have always wished I could have my favorite celebrities at my dinner table, and I've always wondered what it would be like to get to talk to my favorite people. So today I'm going to draw a dinner party of my favorite people and the people that came over to my imaginary dinner last night. So first I'm going to start off with the table, and I'm going to think about when you're sitting at a table, I remember the person that I see across from me, normally I can see their whole face, which is the portrait view. It's called the portrait view. And then the people sitting next to me always look like silhouettes and you can only see half their face, right? So this is a good example of those different views. This is an album cover, and this guy in the middle is in portrait view, so you can see his whole face, like the person across from me at a table. And the two guys on the side are profile views. And that just shows that you can only see one of their eyes and then half their nose and their mouth. So at my dinner table, I'm going to place Beyonce right in front at the very center. So in my drawing, I'm going to include 3 people. It's going to be me and then 3 other people. So I'm going to draw myself actually in the foreground. So I'm going to make a circle for my own head. And then I'm going to put Beyonce right in front of me, so she's going to have the portrait view. Okay, so I'm going to just do a little bit of rough sketch with her hair, and then 2 eyes, and a nose, and a mouth. Okay, so that's Beyonce for right now. I know it's a rough sketch. But then my hair, I think I'm going to put the back of my head here so that I'm looking to her. So now there's a connection between my eyes and hers. You can't see my eyes, but you can see the back of my head and you know that I'm facing her, okay? So I'm in the foreground, which means the people or the things that are in the front are closest to the viewer, and she's in the background. And then now the 2 other people, my sister and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, are going to be the 2 other people. They're going to be in profile view. And remember, profile, you only see the nose and 1 eye and the mouth. Okay, so this is a very rough sketch, but that's going to be profile view of my sister. She's going to be on the right of me, and then Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to be on the left of me. I'm going to draw her nose, her mouth, her eye, her hair, and 1 little earring. You're going to add details on them later, but for now, I'm just going to do a big, just quick sketch of all my people. So I want you to think about your dinner party now. So I added my 2 favorite people and my sister and then myself. I want you to add yourself in your picture, but I want you to think about where they're all going to sit, and I want you to think about what shape of table. This is a good example of a very long table with a lot of people in it. I only want you to have 4 people, but this is Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper. And most of the men right here are in profile view, so you only see half their face, and Jesus, you see the portrait view. It's up to you to decide whether you think the most important person is in the portrait view. I made it Beyonce. It could be yourself. It could be anyone. And they also might not be the emphasis of your picture. If you do round table, they're all kind of more equal, but I still want you to have a couple people with portrait view and a couple people with the profile view. So I just want you to mix that up. And I want you to decide who you want in it. I want you to decide the shape of your table, how they're all laid out. It's totally up to you to decide those things. So I know I just said a lot, but the first thing I want you to do is start thinking about your people. So step number 1 is just start thinking about who you want to decide who you want to draw. And also try to start deciding if you're going to do them in portrait view or profile view and like where they're going to be placed at the table. Just start thinking and brainstorming. That's all we got to do for right now.